everyone, it's Todd here from Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. Find out what you do whenever you have a recipe go wrong. Only on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. Hello to all our Fox Hallow Fam. I'm Todd.
And I'm Dave.
And welcome to Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. Dave, I've got a question for you. What do you do when a recipe goes wrong?
Well, you go to plan B, of course.
Well, that's just kind of what happened today, didn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
We were planning on doing mince pies, but you know...
That didn't quite work out.
Sometimes things don't work out the way that they should. I mean, take a look at what we just did here earlier. Now, you said we're going to go to plan B.
Yes.
And what are we going to do with plan B?
We are going to make my famous tuna casserole today.
Ooh, and you said you're going to show me how to do it?
I'm going to show you how to do it step by step.
Alright, so if y'all are ready, then let's have some fun. Okay, as I said, we're going to our plan B option, which Dave has graciously agreed to kind of walk me through everything here. He said, first off, we're going to go ahead and cut up half a onion here. And Dave, you have made this how many times over the years?
I just make it all the time. So it's something simple and easy, and it's not that expensive for the ingredients. You just throw it together and and it's great reheated. It's great fresh. It's awesome. That's perfect. Yep.
Yeah, and this is going to be also nice too if you, with the holidays coming around too, if you need something in a pinch.
Oh yeah.
This is a good last minute. Because you'll be the first to admit, you and I kind of went into panic mode.
Oh yeah. Sometimes things just don't work out, so.
Yeah, which we think we've remedied, but you know. Now, is there any certain way I kind of need to cut it?
Just cut them into little cubes.
Okay.
Just dice them. That's all you gotta do.
Okay.
Dice your onion.
Yeah, and you know I'm no expert at this, so.
The thing about this recipe that makes it so easy, the exact measurements are not that important.
Okay.
So you can just throw it together. And you can use celery with your onions if you want. We're just going to use onions today.
Okay.
Or my mom used to use frozen peas too. Doesn't matter.
Yes, and we know how you feel about peas.
Yes, I don't like peas, so that's got to be it. All right.
All right. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, Dave. I see some cheese here and our cheese grater. What do we got next?
Okay, so we're gonna shred a pound of Monterey Jack cheese.
Okay. And why do we not use the bag?
You can use the bag, but we shred our own because, as we've said many times on this program, the pre-shredded cheese has an anti-clumping agent that makes it not as gooey and melty.
Okay. And
it's just much nicer to shred it yourself. It's worth the extra effort.
Yeah.
I like the Monterey Jack cheese on this because it makes the filling very creamy. It's a softer cheese.
Yeah, oh yeah,
it's
like
really
it's
good.
literally, I'm trying not to get too much like stuck to my hand here, so. What other cheese could you actually use for this?
You could probably use mozzarella or provolone or something.
Okay.
Cheddar might be a little too oily, but...
Yeah, I know I've seen different recipes for tuna noodle casserole where they've said about using like a sharp cheddar.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would feel about that, but...
Yeah. I like the Monterey Jack just because I like the way it tastes in the end. It's a very creamy cheese, and it ends up really nice. Okay,
I'm going to go ahead and finish shredding this, and you said we're going to be moving over to the stove then, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Dave, I see we got our onions here and our skillet. What's going on here?
Okay, we're going to saute some onions. We don't want them fresh because they'll be too hard and bitey in the casserole, so we're going to saute them to soften them. I'm just going to take a little pat of butter, not much.
Okay. kind of like the size you gave me here.
Yeah, you can also use non-stick cooking spray. It doesn't really matter. A little bit of butter is great though.
Okay. Just kind of work it around.
Yep. Melt it over like medium high.
Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty good there.
That's good. Yeah, just toss your onions in there.
Okay, and then just kind of stir them around.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, if you add celery or something, make sure you saute that as well.
Yeah.
Just doing onions.
I don't think anybody really cares for crunchy celery, especially in like
not
in a casserole.
Not in a casserole. You want it to be soft.
Okay.
And we're just going to stir this until the onions have softened a little bit.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, Dave, I see our onions are looking pretty good here.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not really caramelized. They're just a little soft, and that's perfect.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they're going to be cooked even more whenever we mix mix everything together. So, I'm assuming I'm going to be taking this off the heat?
Yes, take it off the heat.
Okay.
And set it aside.
Alright. Alright, now that we've got our onions cooked off, I believe we're going to be cooking some noodles off, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so we're going to add our noodles here to our boiling water. Right?
Yes. We're going to use extra wide egg noodles that are fluffy.
Okay.
And you want to make them just a little bit undercooked.
Why is that?
Because they're going to bake again in the oven, so you don't want them to fall apart on you. So whatever the package directions say, go with the lower. Okay. So these say 5 to 8 minutes, so we're just going to go 5 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Alright, I think our noodles are done here. What do you think, Dave?
I think they're excellent.
Okay, and you said we're now going to just take these off the stove and then drain them off?
Exactly.
Alright, let's go ahead and do it. Alright, Dave, I see your setup here. What's going on?
Okay, so we're going to mix our ingredients for our casserole now. It doesn't matter what you start with. I usually start with the noodles.
Okay.
Take our noodles that we just drained.
Okay.
And they're still hot.
Yes. Go ahead and dump all of them in?
Dump them all in.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, they're going to stick together a little bit at first. That's okay. They won't for long.
Okay.
Okay. All of our onions that we sauteed, get all those out of there.
Is there any extra we could ever add into the tuna casserole, like mushrooms or anything like that?
Mushrooms, celery, anything you want to add. It's not critical what you put in it, so you can use anything you want.
Okay.
Next up, a can of cream of mushroom soup.
Okay. Now you said we can either use the cream of celery.
You can use cream of celery. This time of the year, cream of mushroom is easy to find because everybody's making green bean casserole, and that's what they use. So we want a condensed soup that's cream of mushroom. Just toss that in there.
Yeah, just trying to get all the
Try
soup
to get
out.
all of it, absolutely. Okay.
Get our money's worth out of this. And you said the measurements don't have to be exact.
No, they do not.
Okay.
You just, I don't actually have a recipe for this. We're going to make one for the site, but it's just whatever you have. And then we're going to put some tuna in.
Okay.
We have an 11-ounce bag of tuna here, and we're going to go ahead and throw that in. You don't need to drain it or anything. You can just toss it in.
Okay.
Yep. Just throw it all in there. It's probably better not to drain it.
Why is that?
Because you'll have more tuna flavor.
Oh, really?
If you don't drain it. Get it all out of there. If you don't have the pouch, you can use like 2 large cans of tuna.
Now, let's say you don't like tuna, could you do like chicken with this?
You could do canned chicken and make it similar to this. Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Trying to get all the tuna out of here. Okay. What's next here?
Give it a stir and get that all mixed in. Yeah, the important thing is remember to scoop from the bottom and try to get it all mixed evenly in. The tuna kind of wants to clump together, so you gotta break it up. Okay, great.
How am I doing here?
You're doing great, and then that's good enough for now. Next we're going to take about 1/3 of our cheese that we shredded.
Okay. Just
sprinkle it over the top, and we're going to mix it all in, but just, get 1/3 of the cheese, approximately 1/3, 1/4 to 1/3. A little bit more, that's probably good enough. And then stir that all in.
Okay.
Looking great.
Okay.
And then the last ingredient. Remember I said that the amounts are not too important. We're going to prove that by not measuring this amount. We're going to throw some milk in.
Okay.
And it's going to be approximately 3/4 cup, but I don't know for sure. I've never actually measured it. So throw in just a little bit. That's good enough. And mix it together. Just do a little bit at a time. What we're trying to get is enough milk that our concoction here is soaking wet. It's really wet, but it's not like runny. You don't want milk running everywhere, but you want it to be wet, wet, wet. Nobody wants a dry casserole.
Oh, something, So. Okay.
Add a little more, I think. Okay, that's more than enough. Yep, I think that'll probably do it.
Well, you didn't say how much, so,
I don't know how much, honestly. That's the thing. You want it to be wet, but not like running. As wet as possible. I think that's doing pretty good there.
Yeah.
I think that looks pretty good. All right.
Okay.
Now we're going to move on to the next step.
Alrighty. Okay. Now, I believe you just told me we're going to be dumping this into our casserole dish.
Absolutely. Dump that whole mixture into the casserole dish.
Trying not to make a mess here, because, it really wouldn't be a Fox Hallow episode without us having something blow up or go awry.
Okay. And smooth it out, but don't pack it down. You want it to be lumpy.
Now, why is that?
Because we want the cheese to get down in it, and we want that to not be. You don't want packed with. You want the noodles to be fluffy, so you don't want to pack it down. Okay?
I think that looks pretty good there.
Yeah. Then we're going to take the rest of our cheese,
okay,
and sprinkle it over the top as evenly as possible. And now we're going to sprinkle breadcrumbs over the top. I use Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. There's no set amount. Again, just let it get down into the cheese. And make sure you go the whole way to every side. That looks good. Just keep going. That's perfect. I think that does it.
I want to get a little bit more here. Because you know me, I like a little more.
A little more breadcrumbs?
A little more crunch to...
Okay.
Oh, maybe a little.
Okay.
That look pretty good there, Dave?
That looks great.
Okay, and you said we're going to be baking this at 375?
Mm-hmm.
And you said for half hour?
Half an hour, yep.
Okay.
It'll be bubbly and you'll see that it's done.
Okay, sounds good.
now for the best part, the taste test. Let's see how Todd did here. I'm going to get a little bite of it. That is delicious. I couldn't have done better myself. Enjoy.
Wrapping up today, we want to thank you again for joining us and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before we go, always remember, it's good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. We'll see y'all soon. If you like this video or any of our other videos,
be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.